I bet you filled your gas car with money today. Gas prices are through the roof, rising every day with the latest wars, oil market fluctuations on Wall Street, and dwindling oil reserves. Everyone's been shouting that electric vehicles are the ultimate solution. But let's be honest, how many of us have actually taken the plunge into an EV? I know some of you lean toward Tesla, but with those price tags and the challenges that come with EVs, long charging times, reliability issues, and battery concerns, no way in hell does that seem like the answer. Meanwhile, Ford is rewriting the playbook, and it's not just another gimmick. It's a full-throttle revolution that tackles your everyday pain at the pump while setting off seismic shifts in global markets and geopolitics. Ford's new engine strategy isn't a product update. It's a counterpunch to an industry built on outdated systems that drain your wallet. While the world is busy betting on an all-electric future, Ford is taking a radically different approach. They're not putting all their chips on EVs. Instead, they're combining advanced gasoline engines, high-performance hybrids, electrics, and even pioneering hydrogen technology into a single diversified strategy. This isn't fantasy, this is real engineering that cuts fuel consumption by 40% and slashes repair costs by half, meaning tangible savings for you every time you fill up. Ford's method is simple to get revolutionary. It addresses the inefficiencies that cost you money daily by embracing a full spectrum of powertrains that defy the one-size-fits-all narrative. Their engineers have reimagined traditional engines to deliver power without wasting fuel. Take their EcoBoost line, for example, a 1-liter 3-cylinder engine that now produces 123 horsepower. That's a stat that shatters the conventional expectations of engine performance. Then there's a 3.5-liter V6 engineered to deliver the raw, brawny power of a V8, but with far better fuel efficiency. And if you're in the market for muscle that roars, the Shelby GT500's Predator V8 pumps out an astonishing 760 horsepower, proving that you don't need to sacrifice efficiency for performance. Recognizing that the future can't be pinned on one technology, they're boldly venturing into hydrogen. In a world where nearly 1 billion people still struggle with unreliable electricity, a hydrogen engine that uses hydrogen in air to produce power and emits nothing but water vapor is a game changer. With refueling times of around 3 minutes, Ford's hydrogen tech easily outpaces the long, drawn-out charging sessions most EVs require. This is a practical solution for today's energy challenges, a solution that directly addresses the problems you face every day. If you're digging into the real numbers and strategic insights behind these innovations, take a quick moment to subscribe. We're here to bring you more hard-hitting, no-nonsense analysis like this without the fluff. At the 2023 Bernstein Strategic Decisions Conference, Ford CEO Jim Farley put it bluntly, "We're not just betting on EVs. Our hybrids are funding the future, and hydrogen is the wild card that could change the game." If you appreciate insights like these, you might want to join our community. Consider subscribing for more deep dives into the innovations that affect your wallet and the world. But let's get back to the meat of the matter. The numbers behind Ford's innovations speak for themselves. Since 2020, Ford's stock has surged about 150%. That's not just investor optimism, it's a clear signal that the market believes in a diversified strategy that doesn't rely solely on the volatile EV sector. While other automakers are all in on electric vehicles, Ford is hedging its bets, spreading risk across multiple technologies. This isn't mere diversification. It's a calculated strategy that maximizes value and minimizes the pitfalls of betting on a single unproven technology. Consider the impact on the automotive market. The hybrid F-150 isn't just a truck, it's a multifunctional workhorse that serves construction sites, remote job locations, and everyday driving needs. Buyers are willingly paying premiums, sometimes over $10,000 extra, because they see the value in a vehicle that not only performs well but also saves money on fuel. Ford's internal data reveals that their hybrid engines are produced at cost 8 to 12% lower than the industry average. During a 2023 earnings call, Ford CEO John Lawler remarked, "Our hybrids are our secret way. They fund our EV future and keep dealers competitive today." That statement isn't fluff. It's hard numbers that translate into higher profit margins. Lower production costs mean more capital for further innovation, which then cycles back into more efficient cost-saving vehicles for you. Think about it, saving roughly $112,000 over 5 years on fuel and repair costs isn't just a number on paper. It's money that you can, redirect into other important areas of your life. And then there's the geopolitical angle, which might seem distant until you consider how much your everyday expenses are tied to global markets. Ford's engine revolution has the potential to reduce global oil demand by 10 to 15% over the next decade. Every 1% drop in oil demand could cost oil-dependent nations up to $30 billion in annual revenue. Since 2020, Middle Eastern oil revenues have neared $3 trillion, as drivers worldwide switch to Ford's efficient powertrains. The revenue streams of oil-rich regimes could be significantly disrupted, fundamentally altering the balance of power on the global stage. This isn't abstract economics, it's a real shift that affects everything from gas prices at your local station to the geopolitical stability of entire regions. When oil becomes less valuable due to decreased demand, the influence of nations built on petrodollars starts to wane. Global supply chains, political alliances, and even international conflicts hinge on these dynamics. Ford's diversified strategy is a direct blow to this old order by challenging the fundamental cost structure of fuel consumption. Ford is not only easing the financial burn on drivers, but also triggering a cascade of changes in global energy markets. You might be wondering how this all ties together for you. The efficiency gains from Ford's engineering aren't just impressive, they're transformative. Every efficient engine is a strike against the status quo, reducing the amount of fuel you need and, consequently, the money you spend. Every saved gallon is a reduction in the demand that fuels an industry known for its volatility. And with production costs slashed by 8 to 12%, Ford's profit margins improve, meaning more reinvestment into future technologies. Surges to the everyday driver feeling the relief at the pump. Hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe. More insights like these are coming your way, and honestly, you won't want to miss the next chapter in this unfolding story. Meanwhile, the competition is betting everything on electric vehicles. GM's CEO Mary Barra recently declared that by the year 2035, every vehicle they sell will be electric. But this vision assumes that all the necessary infrastructure, supply chains, and consumer behaviors will align perfectly, a risky proposition in an unpredictable world. Ford's approach, by contrast, is a hedge against the uncertainty. By embracing a spectrum of technologies from gasoline to hybrid, from electric to hydrogen, Ford is making sure it can adapt to any scenario. It's a move that's as pragmatic as it is revolutionary. So, Elon Musk, for instance, has been pretty vocally dismissive of hydrogen technology. He actually called it mind-bogglingly stupid at Tesla Battery Day back in 2020, and he's repeated, similar sentiments during a 2023 Twitter Spaces discussion. But while those comments might be attention-grabbing, they kind of overlook the practical challenges that consumers are facing today. When you're waiting 4 or 5 minutes or even longer for an electric vehicle to charge, and when you're worried about the longevity and reliability of those batteries, hydrogen technology starts to look like, well, not just a theoretical alternative, but actually a practical necessity. Ford's investment in hydrogen isn't just some afterthought, it's actually a key pillar of a resilient and diversified strategy that's meant to handle real-world challenges. With over $50 billion committed to developing a full range of powertrain technologies, Ford is building more than just vehicles. They're building a legacy of resilience and adaptability. And honestly, this isn't about chasing trends. It's about preparing for a future where, really, uncertainty is the only constant. Ford's engine revolution is designed to protect your interests, reducing your fuel bills today, and ensuring that tomorrow's technology is robust enough to handle the unexpected. As we look deeper into the financial landscape, the implications become even more striking. Ford's diversified strategy not only offers immediate savings at the pump, but also positions the company to capitalize on a global shift away from fossil fuels. Every efficient engine produced chips away at global oil demand, sending ripples through markets that have long been dominated by oil revenues. For every 1% reduction in oil consumption, oil-dependent economies stand to lose up to $30 billion annually, a figure that underscores just how transformative this technology could be on a global scale. These changes are already being reflected in the markets. Ford's stock performance, with a 150% surge since 2020, isn't just a sign of investor confidence, it's a harbinger of a larger shift. Companies that cling to a single technology, such as exclusively electric vehicles, may find themselves vulnerable to market fluctuations and infrastructure challenges. In contrast, Ford's multifaceted approach, which provides a buffer against such risks, ensures that the company remains profitable even when one segment of the market faces setbacks. The broader economic impact is profound. Reduced fuel consumption doesn't just lower your gas bill, it could fundamentally alter global trade and energy policies. With oil demand potentially dropping by 10 to 15% over the next decade, the revenue streams that have underpinned entire economies could diminish, forcing oil-dependent nations to rethink their strategies. So this shift will reverberate across international markets, affecting everything from supply chains to geopolitical alliances. The ripple effect of every efficient engine is, honestly, a step toward a more balanced, resilient global economy. In the end, Ford's engine revolution is not just an automotive story, it's a narrative of economic liberation and strategic foresight. It's about reclaiming control over the energy that drives our lives and reshaping an industry that has long prioritized profit over practicality. Every time you fill up your tank with a Ford engine engineered for efficiency, you're not just saving money, you're contributing to a transformation that undermines an outdated, expensive system. This is the future Ford is building, a world where your hard-earned money isn't siphoned away by inefficiencies, where global power structures are realigned by technology that works for you, not against you. As Ford continues to innovate, the savings you experience and the market shifts you witness are not isolated incidents, but part of a sweeping change that redefines what it means to drive and to live in an interconnected world. For those of you tracking your expenses, watching market trends, or simply tired of being squeezed by rising fuel prices, Ford's strategy offers a glimpse of a better tomorrow. It's a revolution powered by efficiency, resilience, and a commitment to real, measurable change. And as the engine of innovation hums, this is just the beginning. The future is now, and it's built on the solid foundation of strategic engineering that tackles the energy problems we face head-on. Hold tight. Ford's not just driving the future, they're building it, one engine at a time.